name back here first. I'm not gonna stay back here long. For those of you who don't know, my name is Heather Robinson. Some say doctor, I don't. Whatever you wanna call me. My mom named me Heather. Born and raised in Philadelphia, 5 brothers, 3 sisters. I'm the youngest. I have a brother is back there. You guys been talking about twins all day. My brother is actually a twin. So when you guys were talking about twins, I was like, wow. What else? I founded Anointed to Write in 2021 and transitioned into Educator Rise in March of this year. Anointed to Write is still around. I don't know what else to tell y'all about me except I'm here. Thank you to my husband who went and picked up the cake.
Right on time.
Come on,
All right,
cake
so
picker.
this is going to be really, really quick. I want you guys to take a walk with me, if you will. We're going to go on a walk. Imagine a child who has an IEP with 5 sections.
Thank you.
She is what they now call, I think they call it, what is the name for it? What is it called when you do something when you're comfortable? I can't think of what it is. No. When a child is very shy and not comfortable and they had a lot of trauma young, they don't talk around people they're not comfortable around. And I was the child, I'm talking about me, where I had a sister who had to come in the classroom when I was like in kindergarten. Because when I was uncomfortable, I would hide under the table. And the name of what that diagnosis is really not coming to me right now. But I have a niece who actually was born with it as well. She had a congenital heart disorder and they gave her 7 years. She's well over 7 and she's still alive. So, you know, prayer still works. She also has that. Selective mutism is what it's called. So imagine yourself being 4 or 5. I started kindergarten at 4 because back then there was no cutoff. 4 years old, 5 years old, you're the youngest in the class. You are very, very afraid. You have all these different sections on your IEP. You don't know whether you're coming or going. You guys have talked about representation. We're talking about DEI. Diversity is representation. Equity is meeting someone where they are. And inclusion is that sense of belonging. So as a child, how then do I navigate this thing called DEI? I want to kind of come from a student's perspective. We come from the adult perspective, and that's great. But as a student, how do I navigate DEI on my end? How do I understand that I have a white female kindergarten teacher who does not understand anything about me or where I come from? But I'm gonna tell you what I also had. I had a dad who advocated for me. He didn't have a college education, my brother will tell you. My dad wasn't perfect by far, but he advocated for me. And I can only speak to my experience as a child. He advocated for me. My teachers advocated for me. My IEP team advocated for me. The administrators in my school advocated for me. There's a saying, it takes a village to raise a child. That was my village. I had what we called back then a speech impediment. I'm pretty sure it's not called that today. Everyone hears me speak and they say, no way, there's no way possible you had a speech impediment. But I did. And it was really hard. No one understood me. And when you're in that position where you feel misunderstood and you feel like you're alone, what do you do? Well, I had teachers that communicated with my father and they joined forces and they got my hearing checked. They do all the things, all the tests. Again, a lot of the schools don't do what they did back then, but they do all the tests. Then they come up with an evaluation. And my dad pushed back on some stuff and I'm glad he did. And there were some things that they came to an understanding with. And so with that IEP and with the services that they rendered to me, I was able to thrive. And so the person you see today with the PhD in educational organizational leadership being the CEO to 2 companies, being an author of 9 books, and the visionary of 3 anthology series, that's my story. And so I'm not gonna be before you long, but I wanted to share something personal like that to let you guys know that there is another side to DEI. There is the side where you were not born in the United States and they try to strip you of your culture. Don't speak your language. Don't dress like that. Take them braids out because they do not appeal to what we are trying to do. You gotta push back against that. Why? Because you matter, like you said. You need that representation, but so does that little girl, that little boy that's growing up, that's under you. You might be their teacher, or you might be the teacher that they walk by in the hallway that lets them feel like, you know what, I do have representation. You know what, I do belong here. So I just feel that it's really important for us to hone in on this and really think about how we can help be the difference. It's a lot of talk. And that's good because we have to do research, we have to have conversations, we have to explain things because there's a lot of ignorance. But then there's a saying that says put feet to your face. So I need you to put feet to this mission. Call to action. Because if you don't put feet to this mission, there will be no call to action. And if there's no call to action, there can be no change. So my challenge for you today, I want you to think about how you can pivot. Whether you are in ministry, an administrator, an educator, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're the educator in the back that doesn't realize you are an educator because you don't do it in the classroom. I want you to think about how you can pivot your mindset, pivot your thought process. My husband used to always say you got to change your mindset, right? Because the mind tells the body what to do. So if we're going to make any type of change, and we're going to push back against this pushback that we're getting against DEI, then we have to ask ourselves 3 questions. Number 1, what can I do to be a part of the change? Number 2, what am I willing to give up? And number 3, where can I start? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to give up? Where can you start? That's my time. I thank you guys so much for coming. And we're going to move on to the next speaker.